In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Certified boogeyman. Certified boogeyman. Certified boogeyman.
Check 1, 2.
Certified boogeyman.
We're gonna speak the truth, regardless of whether you like that truth or not. We're in the 21st century. How people are poor, hungry, ragged, naked, and out of doors. How people are being murdered on a daily and consistent basis.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. A couple weak frauds that crept through. They put the bean on me, I didn't neglect you. Time's up, allow me to bless you. They yell reparation and they got your attention. A failed clown rapper, claim he was pimping, but you don't know he was a fed since 9-0. Cosmo Flex was a front for 5-0.
You can't get dropped in a pit of snakes
Certified boogeyman.
and trying to figure out which one has the venom sac. Under his tongue, this one is not poison.
FBA was laughing when he went to the Romans. I guess they don't understand, that's who own them. Lying on GS, claiming I stalked them. That ain't true, cause if it was, I'd have chalked them. I'm simply a blogger, researching for the family. Cause people look like me, continue to scam me.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2,
in the name
check
of
1, 2.
liberation. But when I call them out, they claim that I'm hating. Who says I smacked somebody? Poke your chest out, then fly thousands of miles. Check it out.
For a piece of
I'm back like I left something, and you kept frontin', sick the Romans on me, but they ain't really stopping nothing. How you say you slap a man and go get a peace order? Something ain't adding up. Now I'm in the deep waters, I done took a deep dive, see who you really are. Who named you Tariq G, affiliated with the guns? Nah, you ain't a Sunni or the nation, but ain't nobody question why you perpetrating. See, early in the 90s, they put you on a mission. Hip-hop was conscious, you came with something different. Goofy clown rap to take it off track, but you was so back, nobody followed the act. So they made another character, turned you to a thug. From Cosmo to K-Flex, but still got no love. Album went wood, it was trash, no good. You was hip-hop police.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Check.
And not include yourself in all your albums that flop. Then you got some dark secrets, I'm here to expose them. And I don't plan to stop it till everybody knows them. He's back!
He's back. Yeah, he's back.
He back. Yeah, he back. He back. Islam, peace and love, family. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. How y'all doing today? Everybody all right out there? Yeah, I had to check in. I had to come and check in with y'all. My system all messed up because I haven't been live in a while. So if there's going to be a problem, we just got to deal with it as things go along. You know what I'm talking about. We just got to deal with it as things go along. Seems like when I don't go live for a little bit, I don't know what happened. The monster get in my computer, my sound be off, everything be all messed up. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. I've been gone, man. I've been busy, man. Let me tell you something, man. Gotta talk to you for a taste. The old people you say around my way. Can we just talk for a taste? What that mean? I tell you, let me see if my mic right. Let me see. All right. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Real talk. Yeah, man, I'm bucking them eyes, man. I've been working, man. Listen, I got some steep things that I'm up against right now, man. I'm gonna tell you, I can't wait to give y'all the updates, though. I can't wait to give y'all the updates. The updates is looking really good. I will admit, but it just costs a pretty penny. It costs a pretty penny when you're dealing with some legal issues and you don't want to drop the ball. You know, it costs a pretty penny. So it's work time, you know what I mean? YouTube, they don't be playing fair with them coins. I'm telling you now. And so, you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's right. You gotta go and do what you gotta do. So, but I'm here today. That's right. I'm here today. Also, I've been working on this lecture. I got this lecture that I'm doing in Detroit for the Moors. If you in Detroit area, you should come on out and shake my hand. That's right. You should come out and shake my hand. I'm your friend. You know what I'm talking about? I want to be your friend. You know what I mean? I don't want to be your enemy. You know what I mean? You should come on out and shake my hand, yeah, because it's gonna be a and then if you ever watched Moors on the internet, and you trying to figure out what is this Moorish stuff. What is going on with this, man? Every time I turn around, they seem to be jumping in and out cars, and they seem to be jumping in and out situations. Hold up. They seem to be jumping out in and out situations with the boys. What is going on with these Moors? Well, you're going to get a full dose if you happen to pull up in Detroit, because I'm going to run the history back that people have yet to know. Most people don't know much about Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Even the Moors that claim to follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali don't know much of the history. But what I did was I took my time, my little efforts, and I turned over some stones and found out the younger life of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And for the first time, I'm going to reveal the chronological order. Did I say that right? You know I'll be butchering words. The chronological order of the coming of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And again, most Moors in the Moor Science Temple of America, or claim to be Moors, if you were asked them about the upbringing of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, 9 times out of 10, they would not have an answer for you. So anyway, let me get this shameless plug out here real quick.
Man, I just came home, man. Oh my goodness, man. People crashing out in front of my house just to get this lecture. This is crazy. This is crazy. What in the world? How that fast come going up here? Crashing out to get this lecture. Y'all better join me in Detroit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get it like this. You ain't gonna get this lecture like this.
Fam, you ain't gonna get the lecture like this. You definitely ain't gonna get it like this. You can pull up, you can crash out and all that. I ain't releasing the slides until Detroit. So pull up in Detroit. If you can't pull up in Detroit, then the best thing you need to do is go ahead and get the pay-per-view. It's $25 for the pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view is going to give you all the research that I have researched over the years, the 18 mission years of Drew Ali. That's the main thing. But then we're gonna talk about the takeover and all that. But the main thing is show you the footsteps of Prophet Noble Drew Ali from 1886 to 1913 to 1914, 15, 16, 17, 18, you know, on and on and on and on. But listen, family, you can pull up, you can crash the house and all that. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm still not going to release the slides until the lecture. Sunday, Detroit. Let's go.
For the woman look like your mother. I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Yeah. So yeah, family, I just put the link in the chat if anybody want to get the pay-per-view, family. If you interested in history, real history, everything that I put out is documented history. The young Drew Ali is documented history. This is not nothing I made up. I'm not going to come with stories. Prophet Noble Drew Ali went and got lost in the pyramid. Y'all know that's one of them stories that they be kicking, right? Prophet Noble Drew Ali went and got lost in the pyramids. I'm not going to be talking about him getting lost in the pyramid because it didn't happen. I'm not talking about that he went to Cheops. he went to Cheops and made his way out the pyramid, and that's why they say he a prophet. I ain't gonna be talking none of that craziness. You ain't got to worry about that. Everything that I talk about, I'm going to substantiate. You know what I mean? I'm going to substantiate everything I talk about from the year that he was born all the way up until he evolved and unfold to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And when I say Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I know we get this little spook, our Christian mind kick in, and we get this little spooky idea that, oh, he's going to do something magical. Man, listen, all of that spooky stuff, I don't rock with that. I rock with reality. And I'm going to give people a real history of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I ain't going to talk about he went to Saudi Arabia and got a name, a Sharif. I ain't doing none of that. I'm only talking about what is documented, which a lot of elders did not take the time to go and figure out the history. And so for the first time, listen, family, because of the research skills that I've been blessed to have, for the first time, I will be the first Moorish American to chronological lay out Prophet Noble Drew Ali life with no spookism. You understand what I'm saying? With no goofiness, no goofyism. But that's a sound for another show. I'm actually gonna go live tomorrow on Facebook about that because a lot of people pay attention on Facebook. But anyway, family, have you been paying attention? FBA, they trying to survive, man. I think FBA got a hit squad. Yeah, they got a hit squad. They got a hit squad on homeless people. Fam, did you know FBA got a hit squad on homeless people? Listen, man, I always thought, for real, that, when I started seeing these attacks on Twitter. Now listen, let me tell you something. It didn't calm down some. By the time Fat Joe started talking about the attacks on Twitter, it calmed down. You know what I mean? It really didn't calm down a little bit. But I'm going to tell you, back when I first mentioned FBA and Tariq Nasheed came up with this thing that I was a registered sex offender to try to silence me, when I came up to question what is FBA and what it stands for, this, that. Oh, man, those were some brutal attacks. They were brutal, man. They were brutal. And it seemed like that those brutal attacks, they were verbally brutal, but now they actually seem to be going on. They right on that line to get physical. They right on that line to get physical. And the thing is, they getting physical with their own people. And when I mean their own people, we all descended from the same root. Whether people want to deny their roots, that's on them. But we all descended from one common source. And you mean tell me, with all of the European systematic oppression that goes on, the only thing that you can pick on is a melanated homeless person? Did anybody see that video? Press 7 if y'all seen that video. Anybody seen that video? Also, family, don't forget, look, don't forget, family, on my website, Fez Divine. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all like that month that they love to celebrate as Black History Month. But family, forget all that. Get yourself something that's going to always represent something that can be of a talking piece. I got these cups here. I got some Malcolm X cups. That's right. Can I share with y'all? Can I give y'all some shameless plug? I'm trying to make a couple of dollars. I'm trying to tell you, I got a court case to fight. Go on there and buy yourself a cup. But that's garbage. That's garbage. But this mine. This my personal one. And then on the flip side, I got Drew Ali. You see what I'm talking about? Go buy yourself a cup. Go buy yourself a cup. In fact, let me see, fam. Before I start the show, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, matter of fact, I got one on my phone. Let me see. I'm gonna show it to you on my phone because I want to get to the show. I want to get to the show real quick, but I'm gonna share it to you on my phone. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all real quick. Y'all got a minute, don't y'all? Y'all got a minute. I'm pretty sure you do. Y'all got a minute. Y'all waited this long. I ain't been live since last week. Y'all waited this long. You got a minute. Listen, go. It's fezdivine.com, right? Look, fam, we got some serious stuff coming up here. This the Mayat cup here. This the Mayat cup. That's the Mayat cup right there. All right, let me hear. Hold up. This the Malcolm cup. See that? That's the Malcolm cup. Can y'all see it? I got the light in the way. Some kind of way you can see it. So yeah, that's the Malcolm cup. And then what else I got? Yeah, it's you got to go up there, fairsdivine.com. Also, for the Moors that want to teach their children, about Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we also got puzzles. Give me some suggestions of some leaders. You know what I mean? We got puzzles for the children, and I'm going to be making all of our leaders. This is I got to get the Moors straight first. So yeah, all of this going to be on the website. We're going to get some John Henry Clark up there. I just think that this is not for the sake of just trying to make a bunch of money. I actually be penny pinching to try to be creative and get some things done. But I think that if we're going to drink coffee, if we're going to drink tea, let it represent us. If we in our office or we are sitting at our cubicle, let that joint start a conversation. Look at that. Then my kombucha cup. Let it start a conversation. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm gonna be having. We got Khaled. I got Khaled coming. Khaled gonna be done tomorrow because I'm gonna take him to the lecture with me. Khaled gonna be coming tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and again, family, listen. I'm of this thought, family. Either we going to build it or somebody gonna steal it. You know what I'm saying? The crook's gonna steal it. Listen. I'm going to Detroit on my own dime, which I don't have a whole bunch of dimes. I'm going to Detroit on my own dime to try to see if I can rally people around learning, understanding, and getting into the know of the history of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Chub Rock say this guy is full of it. Chub Rock, I'll break your legs. You snap like a 40, but I'm more like a keg. Get him out of here. Yeah, family. I mean, listen, many people like the things that I do, and then they ask where can they get it? And now I'm creating it on fairsdivine.com. I've been quiet, El Cypher. I mean, I've been busy, man. Listen, I'm right on the crux of some legal matters. From being called a registered sex offender, I gotta pay these legal fees, so I gotta work. I can't make no money here. I gotta work. I gotta work, man. So I wish everybody. I wish that out of the 2,000 or 3,000 people that watch this show, that everybody would donate $1, and then guess what? I could probably be here more than I was last week. You know what I'm saying? More than I was. It's wintertime for me. You know what I mean? I work with my hands. I do property work. You know what I mean? Home improvement and maintenance work. I work with my hands. It's cold out this joint. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody with all that this time. So I gotta take him. I gotta strike the arm when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? But I wish that everybody that would enjoy this show, that they would, like, it goes up to 2,000-3,000 views within the next few days. Everyone give $1. Shoot, just think about that, man. We could keep this thing flowing nonstop. But without that, man, I got dogs. You know what I mean? I got all type of animals. I got everything going on, man. So with that being said, Shirley Chisholm and Harriet Tubman, yeah, I need them. I need you to drop them to me. Email me them cryptonomics. I need to get them ASAP. But with that being said, I'm gonna make them tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna take them with me tomorrow. You know what I mean? But with that being said, family, he said, yo, I'm terrible. I'm terrible because I would rather everybody give $1 and I can spend more time researching and coming here as opposed to banging a nail. I would rather be here. But if I can't be here, then I got to be there. You know what I mean? Make sure I got babies. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said, family, did y'all see the latest thing that's going on, family? I ain't gonna hold you no more. Did y'all see the latest thing that's going on, man? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. Man, listen, man, the FBA is definitely pretty much gone. It's pretty much gone. You know what I mean? Ain't too much to that. It's pretty much gone. But man, that little string that they holding on, that's a serious little string that they holding on. You know what I mean? That's a serious little string that they holding on because they always seem to have some sort of back. They always seem to have some sort of backup for their nonsense. You know what I mean? Always. It seems like to me like they keep a comeback. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Thurman Smart. Appreciate the super chat. Definitely appreciate the super chat. Let me see what I got here. Man, listen. All right, let me get this right here. Let me close this out real quick. Anyway, let's get on with the show. With that being said, the latest thing that I've come to understand that has been happening is it's a guy that goes out to attack what supposedly be a tether, if you will. It's supposed to be a tether. Now, this video might be a little bit disturbing because of the language. You feel me? It may be a little bit disturbing because of the language. However, take a listen.
Call ice, call snow, call rain, call sun.
Hey, you fucking coolie ass motherfucker. I call ice on your motherfucking ass. I'm surprised your ass haven't got deported yet, motherfucker.
Yeah, call them.
Yep.
That's why you remain a slave.
Hey, you a slave to the British, motherfucker.
Never.
Yep,
Never.
you part of the British Commonwealth, motherfucker,
Never.
coolie.
I am. I got a phone and never a slave.
Yeah, you a slave to the damn British, fucking coolie. You part of the Commonwealth.
Dumb bastard.
Family, who walks up to somebody on the train just to harass? Let's rewind this.
Call snow, call rain, call sun.
Hey, you fucking coolie ass motherfucker. I call ice on your motherfucking ass. I'm surprised your ass haven't got deported yet, motherfucker.
Yeah, call them.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to call ice on you.
That's why you remain a slave.
Hey, you a slave to the British, motherfucker.
Never.
Yep,
Never.
you part of the British Commonwealth, motherfucker,
Never.
coolie.
I am. I got a phone and never a slave.
Yeah, you a slave to the damn British, fucking coolie. You part of the Commonwealth.
Dumb bastard.
Yeah, you fucking.
Now stop for a second. In his post, right, he posts this. Listen to this ignorance, bro. Listen to this, sis. Today I had to check a dirty tether bomb illegal Caribbean from the Barbados talking mess about FBA. I had to give him that work. He was scared to throw them hands. Pay attention to his sign. Now watch this. This is how crazy it's getting, family. Let me break it. Let me let it play for you. This is how crazy it's getting.
Coolie ass fucking motherfucker.
Dumb bastard. I'm slave, but
Hey, you a coolie slave. You a banana boat selling coolie ass motherfucker.
You say you want to say dumb bastard.
Hey, you a coolie. You know what that means?
You dumb bastard.
You a coolie.
You don't know what a coolie is. You dumb bastard.
You a coolie. You a Barbadian coolie ass motherfucker.
You're a dumb bastard.
Man, who has time for this? This is what. Hold up. We're going to let it play out in a minute. Somebody say ran Lord Jamal off the internet. Somebody say he's back. But listen, family, where do all of this come from, family? All of this is fueled. You feel me? This is where this starts at.
On FBA
This
from
is
the
what I'm
diaspora,
talking about.
they're starting to check their coons and tethers, which is good. Because we've been telling y'all better get these niggas before we get them. You know? We've been telling them, get them. Because when we get them, it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be pretty. So handle that tether class so that you don't get no shrapnel hit on you when we start blasting verbally. When we start doing the proverbial blasting, we'll see what it is. People are now.
Yeah, it's the guy in the hat. Yep. But now listen to what Mr. Nasheed says. Listen to Mr. Nasheed says from the comforts of his home or from the comforts of his Bentley. And this guy that claims to be FBA is on the train or in the train station or in the subway station, in the funky pee-pee smelling subway station, challenging a brother from the Barbados. Challenging somebody from the Barbados. While this guy sits in a private community in his den or from his Bentley, saying that somebody is going to blast them verbally or whatever he says.
Diaspora, they're starting to check their coons and tethers, which is good. Because we've been telling y'all better get these niggas before we get them. You then? We've been telling them, get them. Because when we get them, it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be pretty. So handle that tether class so that you don't get no shrapnel hit on you when we start blasting.
Thank you, Timbo Slice. Thank you for the super chat. But this is what I've been talking about the whole time. Why? Listen. I don't know if he's from the Barbados or not, but that's what they claimed he was. I mean, while this guy is saying this and the attacks are happening, somebody said we need context. What started it? Are we going to get to the context in a minute? We're going to get to the context in a minute. But let's look at, you say you want context. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at what we see, and then we'll get to context. Let's look at what we see. Let's start from the beginning. This guy is walking, and a guy is following him with a camera. Here go context right here. Now, here you go.
Hey, you fucking coolie ass motherfucker. I call it.
That guy was, from what we see from this video, the brother was walking through the station. Is that right? Listen, look how many seconds it take before the harasser makes a comment. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, you fucking coolie ass motherfucker. I call ice on your motherfucking ass. I'm surprised your ass haven't got deported yet, motherfucker.
Yeah, call them.
Yep.
That's why you will remain a slave.
Hey, you a slave to the British, motherfucker.
Never.
Yep,
Never.
you part of the British Commonwealth, motherfucker,
Never.
coolie.
I am. I got a phone and never a slave.
Yeah, you a slave. You a slave to the damn British, fucking coolie. You part of the Commonwealth.
Dumb bastard.
Yeah, you fucking coolie ass fucking motherfucker.
Dumb.
And mind you, you say you want context. The brother is continuing to walk to his destination. Thank you so much, Thurman Smart. Thank you for the Cash App, Thurman Smart. The Caribbean brother, I'm gonna say Caribbean brother, is still walking towards his destination. What more context you need? He minding his business. He trying to keep it moving.
Bastard, I'm slave, but
hey, you a coolie slave. You a banana boat selling food ass motherfucker.
You say you want to say dumb bastard.
Hey, you a coolie. You know what that means?
You dumb bastard.
You a coolie.
You don't know what a coolie is? You dumb bastard.
You a coolie. You a Barbadian coolie ass motherfucker.
You're a dumb bastard.
Hey, you a coolie.
A goddamn slave. Look at.
Coolie is the derogatory term for Far East Indians in Caribbean culture. FBA flunky is using it incorrectly. Thank you for that, brother. Quan Don 7, KW 7. I appreciate that, man. Thumbs up that chat right there. Thank you, KW Don 7. Coolie is a derogatory term for East Indians in Caribbean culture. This FBA flunky is used incorrect. That's how crazy it is. I'm suspecting that this took place in New York, but I can't be guaranteed on it.
Hey, you a slave too. You slave to the British.
Look at your head.
Look at you. You a slave to the British.
Look at your head.
Hey, you a slave to the British.
Look at your head.
Look at your dirty ass shoes,
Look
though.
at,
you need.
That's all you do.
You a bomb.
You take it.
You a bomb.
Forget.
Look at your shoes, fucking bomb ass, Caribbean coolie ass.
You get a nice shoe.
You a bomb.
You take a nice shoe.
You a bomb.
You take a dig up your ass.
What you gonna do, motherfucker? What you gonna do, fucking coolie ass, fucking Caribbean motherfucker? What you gonna do?
You take Los Angeles.
You fucking coolie ass Caribbean motherfucker.
A nice shoe. You take a get a nice shoe.
What you gonna do?
To get a nice shoe.
Yeah, you ain't.
Nice shoe. You take a
That's shit.
to take a nice shoe.
If I see you with shit, if I see you, I'm gonna beat you. If I see you, man.
He said, if I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass. He's seeing him right now. This is how ridiculous this is, family. This is what I have been telling people for the longest, that what'll happen is it's going to start to instigate drama outside of the internet, while those who instigate it, they will be sitting back watching it.
I better not see a coolie ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, see, get a nice
Man, you better get the fuck out.
Come on in. Go on in. You take it.
So what's going on here? He's using foul language. He's using foul language. And look, El Su Typhon, he says, sound like a paid instigator. And you know what, though? When I was looking at this video, I was saying to myself, this video even could be a setup. You know what I mean? Whereas though this FBA try to trigger people, and then we cover the video, and the next thing you know, our channel will. I cut the audio up because he was saying derogatory stuff to the FBA. He was cussing them out in such a way, you know, that wouldn't be acceptable for YouTube. But at the end of the day, I was looking at this video and I was like, man, this video could even be a setup where people are going out there filming themselves, triggering people, and we play the video, and then the next thing you know, your channel is gone. You know what I'm saying? Or your social media is gone. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I was like, man, look, so we got a video here, and so they're going out triggering people, and these people are getting upset, and we play the video, and the next thing you know, your Twitter gone, your IG gone, or whatever you use to communicate with people, YouTube is gone. So I went back and I edited out the raw derogatory stuff, and he was going in so hard on this end that I just cut it out. You know what I mean? No, odd fair use and commentary. Yeah, you can fair use and commentary all you want, my friend, but this ain't our platform, so you know what I mean? Listen, they make the rules, but they can also break the rules. Always remember that. You know what I mean? They make them, but they can also break them. Just because they make them don't mean that they're going to live by them, and that's one thing that we have to learn. But with that being said, wow, let me get right here real quick. So, not that, my bad. So one of the things that I was pointing out is that, let me put it back up here. One of the things that I was pointing out is that, wow.
On FBA from the diaspora, they're starting to check their coons and tethers, which is good. Because we've been telling y'all better get these.
Let me say this to Janie's front room. Janie's front room. One thing for sure and two things for certain. It's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out. And so although you might got a strong case, why even create a case? We could just keep it pushing. We can fill in the blanks. We super intelligent, so we could just fill in the blanks and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? We don't need a case. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take the road less traveled. You know what I mean? I don't need the sensational. I just need to make the point that these people are attacking an innocent man. And people may say, well, why would he do that? This is how FBA...
We get him. You there?
This is how FBA has organized itself on attacks. I'm a victim of attacks too. I've been victimized by attacks by FBA, by the hidden leader of FBA. I've been attacked. So I understand.
Diaspora, they're starting to check their coons and tethers, which is good. Because we've been telling y'all better get these niggas before we get them. You there? We've been telling them, get them. Because when we get them, it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be pretty. So handle that tether class so that you don't get no shrapnel hit on you when we start blasting verbally. When we start doing the proverbial blasting, we'll see what it is. People are now, look.
See, he's talking about we get them, we get them.
People are now checking everybody's paperwork. Everybody's doing straightening now because some of the Tether class has gotten out of hand with the disrespect. So everybody has to check them now. Because we've been telling y'all better get these niggas before we get them.
This man literally, you have never seen this man in regular public spaces as a regular person. He's either trying to sell something, promote something, or walking with bunch of security. He is not even safe in his own community for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Can anybody show me where this guy is in the public as a normal person? Show me. Show me one video where this guy is in the public as a normal person. You know what I mean? Just a normal, regular person. And I ain't talking about out in the hills where nobody knows you at, or where you safe at in the hills by the fires. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just a regular person in New York. And like, you know, when he's promoting something, he always got that guy outside of the camera shot. I'm going to show y'all them videos one day, because he always slip up when he go live, and he got that guy. He always got that shadow behind him, that padding behind him. He always got that padding behind him.
You there? We've been telling them, get them. Because when we get them, it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be pretty. So handle that Tether class so that you don't get no shrapnel hit on you when we start blasting verbally. When we start doing the proverbial blasting, you know, make sure you don't get no residual fragments on you. So it's best that you check your Tether class.
Now he's saying to check your Tether class. Family, who goes on the internet and tells people to check foreigners or immigrants? Because that's what it's saying. Let's keep it a buck. It's saying you go and check your immigrants before we check the immigrants. You check the immigrants before we check the immigrants. Who in the world, fam, let's keep it a whole buck. Who in the world think that is a right approach in a civilized society? Checking an immigrant about what? What is so serious that you have to come out of your house with your responsibilities and check an immigrant walking to get on the subway? You got to be a sick person. You got to be a sick person. All the things that we are up against, and that's all you got. Man, look. Let me show you something. These contradictions that has been put forth, let's look at some of these contradictions, man. These attacks and contradictions. Oh, somebody wanted context. Let's get back to the context. Now, here is...
It is clear that this person was definitely being anti-black and was holding up a sign.
I don't want to use that. Here is the guy supposedly explaining...
It is clear that this person was definitely being anti-black and was holding up a sign in a country that's not his. That's extremely disrespectful for him to do something like that. But as we see, the anti-blackness and the hate for our people has reached the street level, right? Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, some of these tethers are okay with displaying their anti-blackness in public, and it will be checked. So what you did...
No. I'm sorry. This is a recording of the guy that's rubber stamping the actions of this FBA. Watch this.
That this person was definitely being anti-black and was holding up a sign in a country that's not his. That's extremely disrespectful for him to do something like that. But as we see, the anti-blackness and the hate for our people has reached the street level, right? Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, some of these tethers are okay with displaying their anti-blackness in public, and it will be checked. So what you did was not wrong. I posted up under your post that shit is getting real out here with some smiley faces, and I had some tethers in the.
Now let me stop right there. So you got this guy that is co-signing. You got this guy that is co-signing the acts of this FBA running down on the other guy, on the Caribbean guy, right? Now, with that being said, let's get into this real quick. I think I got it right here. Do I got it right here? I think I got it right here. Here we go.
All right, so we're going to get to the hands, though. I'm going to do it orderly. So I'm going to address what happened. So I've seen this person several times. I do a lot of community activism work. I feed the homeless people. I do a lot of grassroots work for people in the community. Now, I talk to the brother respectfully, though.
So this is the explanation from the guy that was stalking the guy in the train station. Listen to this, and this doesn't make sense to me, but I'm going to break it down.
I seen him twice before the incident happened. First time I seen him, he had that sign. He's saying the one of the signs, I don't know if y'all can read it, though, but that's the closest shot I could get to this sign. It says, why has the white man has re-enslaved the African Americans? So I seen that and said, oh, hold on, brother. Because I said, where you from? He said, Barbados. I said, man, that's kind of disrespectful, though, man.
Did you hear what he just said? Listen to this, family. If you on a computer or you can type this in here. Listen to what he said.
It says, why has the white man has re-enslaved the African Americans? So I seen that and said, oh, hold on, brother. Because I said, where you from? He said, Barbados. It says, why has the white man has re-enslaved the African Americans? So I seen that and said, oh, hold on, brother.
He said, the sign says, why has or hasn't the white man re-enslaved the African Americans? I think he's saying has, though. But let's listen again. Listen one more time.
It says, why has the white man has re-enslaved the African Americans? So I seen that and said, oh, hold on, brother.
He's asking about the sign that the guy is walking, and it reads, according to him, why has the white man re-enslaved the African American and the Latino? Why would he attack somebody with a sign like that? Why would he attack somebody with a sign like that? What in the world? I told you, FBA is endorsing white supremacy. I told y'all a few shows ago that they are the real white supremacists, ideologically. Listen again.
It says, why has the white man has re-enslaved the African Americans? So I seen that and said, oh, hold on, brother. Because I said, where you from? He said, Barbados. I said, man, that's kind of disrespectful, though, man. You having that sign, man. It would be good if you take that sign down. And other people got at me, told me what he was doing, though. I talked him nice. I seen him again. Then second time I seen him, he started calling me a Yankee. Said, you a good for nothing Yankee. You ain't no good enough for Black America.
Notice that he got him walking up on the Caribbean brother, and he recording everything, but he don't have this part for some reason.
Slave, you're always gonna be a slave. So he started saying some disrespectful stuff towards Black Americans. And then he said that to me. I said, okay, I'll let it go though. Then I seen him again for the third time. He said a lot of disrespectful things to me, so I followed him around the train, and that's what situation prior after that.
Man, this guy might be a paid instigator, because in reality, here's what the signs say. White man, behind that part you can't see, why have you re-enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? Here is the sign. Why would a FBA attack anybody, whether it's European or melanated, that has a sign asking, why are European FBA Cookout said you're ignoring what happened before he started recording. No, I don't believe what he said before he started recording, because the sign is indicative of him trying to preserve white supremacy. The sign is indicative that he is trying to preserve white supremacy. What are you talking about, FBA Cookout? I don't have to hear what happened before the recording. This is clear. He got a sign asking, why have the white man or white people or whoever he says, why have you re-enslaved the African American, the Latino, etc.? I don't have to worry about what was said before. What you mean you don't know about what? What you don't know about? I definitely. So El Cyphon, you will run down on somebody? You will run down on somebody with a sign like this? There we go. Cryptonomics got it. The sign at the top says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African Americans, Latinos, etc.? There you go. There you go. I'm glad we got people that can read. I ain't got to read it myself. This is what I'm telling you, family. Ben did that. What it do? So, family. So anything that this guy says that happened prior to recording doesn't make sense, because you're walking on somebody and saying they're disrespectful because they're questioning the white supremacy ideal of America. So now we can make sense out of this. And then check this out. And then you got people like this.
That this person was definitely being anti-black and was holding up a sign in a country that's not his. That's extremely disrespectful for him to do something like that. But as we see, the anti-blackness and the hate for our people has reached the street level, right? Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, some of these tethers are okay with displaying their anti-blackness in public, and it will be checked. So what you did was not.
Where is the anti-blackness? Where is the anti-blackness? Do you hear how they begin to feed this FBA a toxic machine? Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. They begin to feed this FBA toxic machine with lies. Remember, that's how thousands of people would attack me, because they fed the machine with lies.
Wrong. I posted up under your post that shit is getting real out here with some smiley faces, and I had some tethers in the comments, saying, little slick ass shit. But this is gonna be the new standard. This shit, and I've been saying this months ago, that this shit's gonna get off the apps at this point, because now with the mass deportations that are happening, some of these tethers, their families is going back home, and these motherfuckers is mad, but they also are very dangerous. He was reaching for a knife, fam.
Then they gonna say he was reaching for a knife. Don't that sound familiar? The leader said that I was reaching for something when I went to file that civil suit for the lie that was on me. They always make up stuff. They always make up stuff. He was reaching for a what? Listen, did y'all hear that?
Man, I just can't.
Did y'all hear that? He was Come on, man. This is insane.
So one shot to the jugular vein, it is clear that this person was definitely being anti-black and was holding up a sign in a country that's not his. That's extremely disrespectful. It is clear that this person was definitely being
He was holding up a sign in a country that's not his. What'd I tell y'all? What'd I tell y'all? I told y'all a few shows ago, systematic white supremacy is being reinforced by FBA. Trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. And the instigator will sit back in their den and make videos while ignorant people like this guy that stalked the guy on the train. And then FBA Cookout said, go back to your homelands. FBA Cookout, you don't even have a homeland. Be quiet. We about to block you. You don't even have a homeland, FBA Cookout. You don't have no homeland. Come on the show and trace your lineage. You don't even have no homeland. This ain't your country. This ain't your country. This ain't your country, FBA Cookout. This ain't your country. Be quiet. You helped build this country under forced labor. This ain't your country. You ain't built nothing for yourself since slavery. Be quiet. Be quiet. This ain't your country. Shut up. Just shut up. This ain't your country. You ain't built nothing freely of your own free will. You helped build it under forced labor. We sending you back somewhere. Shut up. How about that? How about that? You ain't built nothing under your free will. You haven't did nothing creative under your free will. You did everything under duress. Be quiet. That's right. That's right. And I'm a part of this country. I'm a part of this country, born in it. Ancestors come from the plantation. But you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. And we as a people haven't done much since they forced us to do it. Now, I'm going to send you back to your homeland. Where your homeland at? You ain't got no homeland. You can't even pay to flush your own doo-doo. You can't even pay to flush your own doo-doo. You don't even know how to create a septic tank. You don't even know how to make lights work. You don't even know how to create a power grid. You ain't got no country. You ain't got no country. Yeah, we gonna block them after I drag them. We gonna block FBA Cookout after I drag them. You ain't got no country. Now, you ain't got no country. You don't know how to make a power grid. You don't even know how to drill water. You don't know how to drill water. You know what I mean? Somebody else provide water for you. You don't provide your own water. You don't provide your own utilities. You don't provide your own flushing your doo-doo. You don't provide nothing for yourself. You go to the grocery store. You don't own a grocery store. You don't own a garden. You don't own nothing. You're your country. Cause I'm gonna block you, cause you're a clown and you just a distraction at this point. You gotta go. See you later. Anyway, back to the show, family. I had to just vent a little bit, family. But it's amazing. It's amazing that people think that it's okay to say this is their country, but their contributions has only been there under duress. The moment that we as a people build something voluntarily by us, for us, then you can maybe say something about what you stand on. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Maybe then you can say something. But until then, around the world, around the globe, unless you are in one of the African villages on the continent of Africa, or you in Haiti, or you in one of these countries where they're struggling to be independent without any outside sources, or they got some trade going on, but they pretty much doing it on their own. Man, what you talking about? This is my country. Man, you slave labor. This was built on slave labor, prison labor. What you talking about? Now, prison labor, slave labor, and this is my country. You sound like old slave. Sound like old slave. This is my country. Yeah, okay. I hear you. I mean, you the slave that's fighting for the slaveholder so the slaveholder can remain on top. That's all you doing. You just fighting for the slaveholder to remain on top. You ain't gonna never have no country like that. Know what I mean? You ain't gonna never have no country like that, my guy. That's all you doing is preserving the slaveholder's power. That's all you doing. Oh, they need to go back to their country. How about you go back to yours? Who's your president? Who's your king? Who's your emperor? Who represents FBA? Where's your leader? Where's your land? Where's your sovereignty? Wait, who are you talking about? Now, anyway, man, listen, man. We all are in this pot together, family. I don't care if you're from the Caribbean. I don't care if your ancestors go straight to a plantation or you in Africa. Family, we have all been victim of European imperialism and European systematic oppression, racism, slavery, and colonization. We all in the same boat together. And if anybody get mad because I stand on that truth, then let them be mad. I would debate anybody on it. You look at racism and you look at two I guess, let me say it like this. If you look at two variables of the domination of the Europeans, you will see two things that are similar. You have slavery and you have colonization. Where they couldn't enslave, they colonized. Where they enslaved, they didn't colonize. And then after the fact, it was mental slavery for everybody. And we still fighting that mental slavery. This is why one won't walk up to a slaveholder and talk slick, because it's embedded in them that the slaveholder is going to slap them cuffs on them and put them underneath the jail. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If the slaveholder, see, they ain't gonna go up against the slaveholder that choked out George Floyd. They ain't gonna do that. They definitely ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna walk up against, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna walk up against one of them slaveholders that drag people in trucks in Texas. They ain't gonna do that. Do you know what they do? They'll give commentary on Twitter about it. Look at the white supremacists. They just shot another brother. They ain't gonna go there. They ain't gonna go wrestle with them though. Not them good old boys. They know. They ain't gonna go wrestle with them good old boys, because they know them good old boys gonna drag them in back of that pickup truck, or they gonna put them up beneath the jail, and then they talking about, can I get a job to sweep the tail, boss? Boss, I'll be real good if you let me work in the kitchen. I won't give nobody no extra potatoes. Just let me work in the kitchen, get out this cell. Yeah, I seen your type before, but out here, come on, man. Come on, man. Somebody say, but honestly, GS, you and other content creators give this more attention than it deserves. Nah. I don't see many people talking about what I'm talking about. In fact, I don't see anybody giving the perspective that I give. You know what I mean? How many people give the perspective that I give? How many? How many people got a slide for everything? How many people blew the sign up to show you what the sign say? Nah, Lizzie, How many people blew the sign up? How many people turned the sign around? How many people, you want me to flex the sign some more for you? Huh? You want me to flex the sign some more for you? What I'm saying is that the receipts, and thanks to the Moochie Bear and the Moochie Bear Cubs out there, I got the receipts. How many people go slide for slide and let you see the story for what it is? I'm not just talking. I'm showing you what it is. I mean, I'm showing you exactly what it is. You follow me? It is what it is. So at the end of the day, family, somebody got to do it this way. Somebody got to do it this way. It is what it is. Now, let's go back here. Now, there was a post. Let me get this post real quick. There was a post, right, where this is how hypocritical this is. So now that they talking about New Orleans, right? Now that they talking about New Orleans, Tariq Nasheed says, New Orleans is not Caribbean. New Orleans and the culture is foundational Black American. This is a few days ago. Y'all see this? Why is it that the FBA, they don't do no homework? This is why they so easily fooled. They're not Caribbean. You hear that? You hear this? Now look at this. Now tell me, who does this? Who does this, Lizzie? Thank you for your support. Thumbs up this video. Who does this, Lizzie? He says, New Orleans is not Caribbean. New Orleans and the culture is foundational Black American.
The Haitian influence down in New Orleans, you look at some of the homes and the houses down there and the architecture, that's structured like some of the homes and houses that the people in Haiti made. Also, some of the Africans made, because again, Haiti, they had a lot of the African influence still. They were home builders and architects, so you can see that down in places like New Orleans where there's a heavy, brother. The Haitian influence down in New Orleans, you look at some of the homes and the houses down there, the architecture, that's structured like some of the homes and houses that the people in Haiti made. Also, some of the Africans made, because again, Haiti, they had a lot of the African influence still. They were home builders and architects, so you can see that down in places like New Orleans.
How is it that this person that can lie both ways, I'm talking about how does that happen? How does that happen? How does it that a person can do that? How can a person do that? How can a person come on now. We tripping now. How can a person 1 minute says hip hop got started by a Jamaican brother, Kool Herc, started mixing and breaking on funk records, and brothers started rhyming over them, and then all of a sudden he make a video and said Tether's trying to steal hip hop? How does that work? And then people buy into it. This is the same thing right here. Listen, New Orleans is not Caribbean. New Orleans culture is foundational Black American. Then you come back to the video.
Down in New Orleans, you look at some of the homes and the houses down there, the architecture, that's structured like some of the homes and houses that the people in Haiti made. Also, some of the Africans made, because again, Haiti, they had
Notice he know a lot about Haiti. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. Come on, man. We see this all the time. And Lizzie, I appreciate your support, but come on now, ain't nobody doing this. Shout out to Exposing the Frauds. Y'all need to go to Exposing Hidden Frauds, and she got some of those clips that's going to be up there too. I mean, but who's doing this? Come on, who doing this? Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't no channel out here doing this. And then we got the biggest archives. Of the manipulation, misinformation, and contradictions. We got the biggest archive. Because this channel is built on pulling out this fraud and misinformation, disinformation, and fraudulent activity. So we got the biggest archives. Now, watch this. I like that. I like what Abyss Purpose. Yes, that's a trip. You addressed this some shows ago about how Tariq cannot remember what he says from day to day, from 1 year to another. He change up and contradicts himself. The reason why he changes up, because these are not his thoughts. These are scripted. Thoughts. Understand this, right? Understand this. The guy that ultimately killed Fred Hampton. The guy that killed Fred Hampton. Are y'all listening? Press 7 if y'all listening. The agent that killed Fred Hampton, he made a statement that was so profound, and it rings true as we watch this thing play out. He said that the FBI and the handlers of agents know our history better than us. He said that they know every book, they know every culture overtone, they know our history better than us. And when they are ready to utilize our history to blend in, they will use it. And they will have someone that can mimic that history, regurgitate it back, and then they can blend in the crowd. This is what that reminds me of. And then when the game change and then it shift, the message shift, and now there's a contradiction because it's not that person's own thoughts. See, if you follow Moorish World TV, right, from the beginning of Moorish World TV, I'm probably one of the only channels that you're going to find the consistency of what I stand for. This ain't nothing. People say, why you make videos about Tariq? This is not about Tariq. The consistency is the inconsistency of those that come in the name of liberation, those that come in the name of uplifting, that they are suspect, and we should pay attention to that. And it's a mental exercise because they play these word games so much, it makes you wonder, is this person real or is he fake? But I've been doing this for so long, I know the red flags to look for. Soon as somebody open their mouth, I can tell they bluffing. You know, it's a guy right now that I haven't touched on his work yet, but it's a guy named Yaki. He does this healing thing. Anybody heard of this guy Yaki? Anybody? Press 7 if y'all heard of the guy Yaki. He bluffing. He got a pretty big following, but he bluffing. He trying to be the new age SETI. Anybody ever heard of him? Press 7 if you heard of him. He bluffing like crazy. And I'm sitting back watching like, bull. People go for anything. Like, just get some health insurance. Stop playing. Get a holistic doctor or something. A holistic doctor that is certified in your community. What fool in their right mind will listen to a doctor on the internet who you ain't know what school he went to, you don't know what elders he been under, you don't know nothing about this person. Man, get a holistic doctor in your community if that's what you want to do. They everywhere. But not in this day of the internet. Man talking about, listen, don't drink water. If you drink water, talking that Inky them talk. Inky them used to talk that talk. You know, H2O is not real water. You got drink H4O. God dang, goodness gracious. Drink H4O. 4O is better than 2O. I'm like, man, I just got used to H2O. Now I got to go to 4O. Goodness gracious. Don't, what he say? He say, you don't need protein to build muscle. You need, what they tell you, what the common thought is, what's the bread thing? I forget the name of it. But anyway, he said, you don't need protein. You don't need no protein. All you need is, man, I forget what he said. I looked at this and I said, this man is crazy. He's telling people that you don't need no protein. I said, good goodness gracious. And people will listen to this stuff. And then when you disagree, you say, you believe the white man. Like, nah. I look at the diet of my ancestors. I know what they ate. You know what I mean? I don't believe that you need to eat I don't believe that you need to eat meat for protein. Absolutely not. I definitely don't believe that. But let me tell you something. If you ain't got no protein, man, you're going to be in trouble. You ain't building no muscle. But anyway, he got people listening to it. Yeah. And then, this is how you could tell people be bluffing, especially on that health thing. Every few weeks, they got to keep up with it. In other words, they got to create something new. So they come up with something super fantastic every week. Every week it's something new. Like one of the red flags, they start talking about something that they don't even know nothing about. They start speaking something they don't even know about. You know what I mean? They speak like I remember Polite Now. I learned this from watching Polite Now. They be talking about, one minute they be talking about CMOS. How CMOS can do this to all these parts of your body and da-da-da. And CMOS is a good thing. Don't get it twisted. CMOS is a good thing. But then the next thing you know, they go from CMOS to start talking about 5G. Anybody watched in the conscious community did that? They started talking about 5G. 5G is going to shut the world down. 5G causes cancer. 5G, man, 5G was the devil. They knew everything about 5G. They knew, when the cell phones was going to 5G, the world was about to end. I'm trying to tell you, Inky, Polite, and anybody that could talk about the world was about to end. Now, every phone got 8G now. Like, man. But that's how you could tell the grift. You could tell the grift because they keep on shifting over and over and over and over. Liz said at Exposed, I support FBA if they after folks that publicly undermine community, but they're everyday random for no reason, xenophobia antics I don't support. Let me say this to Liz Z. Why would you support FBA if they going after folks that publicly undermine the community? What community do you live in? You can't get a snapshot and say I support somebody for attacking somebody publicly. Who attacks people publicly? We are in a civilized world. Liz, are you over 40? If you're over 40, there's no way in the world that you should support anybody that is out to attack somebody. If you're over 40, I support FBA if they after folks who try to publicly undermine the community. Undermine what? Undermine what? Undermine what? Because they want a taco stand? Because they want to sell Haitian food? I actually like Haitian food. Yeah. Because they want to create a business right under your nose when you got the same ability to create one too? Like what? What are they undermining? You know, this is the thing, man. I would love to get some honest FBAs to come on the show. I would love to get some honest FBAs to come on the show. And I want to hear how are they undermining with some sources, with some receipts. How is someone undermining? Listen, from the dawn of humanity. See, this is where ignorance take over people. From the dawn of humanity, human beings, they migrated where the resources were. This is how the planet got populated. Because in a certain area, the population swelled, the resources dried up, they migrated to the resources. This is not a new phenomenon. This is not a new phenomenon. United States was inviting people in through Ellis Island to use the people to help contribute to building the infrastructure of the United States. The infrastructure of the United States is built, and quite naturally, people will migrate to it because United States sells itself as the best and the freest country on the planet. Why wouldn't people try to migrate to the United States? Now, you can still put laws in place and whatever the case may be, but the point that I'm making is this is not a new phenomenon. Human beings always did that. They migrate where the resources are. Why is people acting so surprised? Why are people acting so surprised? The only difference is today is that the European oppressor is losing his hand. That children are starting to gravitate to brown, melanated people. That children is starting to do our dances too good. That children is starting to talk like us, walk like us, dress like us. That children are slipping from their grips. And not only that, the more melanated people comes into this circumference of the United States, they begin to lose their grip of power. And they're not worrying about losing the grip of power tomorrow night. They're thinking 200 years from now that if this keep up, in 200 years, we are done. And any person that don't understand that dynamic and trying to preserve white supremacy after what white supremacy has done to the world, you are a sick fool. You are a sick fool. You got Europeans that get an upset stomach thinking about white supremacy and the tragedies and the travesties that have been acted on under white supremacy. And you mean tell me that you want to preserve it? Listen. It's insane to me that we feed into. I seen a Moorish brother on Facebook. Yeah, I voted for Trump because Mexicans need to go back to their country. I said, man, this young brother dumb as a box of bricks and twice as hard head. What in the world has gotten into us? Can we be honest? Family, a Mexican ain't never stopped you from eating. If we be honest. If we be honest, a Mexican never stopped you from eating. If we be honest, a Caribbean brother has never stopped you from eating. A Haitian, a Jamaican has never stopped you from eating. That's an illusion. I bet you can't find one person that has been directly affected by an immigrant from our community. They come up with these theories. Yeah, all these Mexicans taking the jobs. Create another one. What job they taking? Well, they just taking the jobs. Okay, what job? You know they taking the jobs? No, I'm asking, what job are they taking? I was in McDonald's. They working in McDonald's. Do you want a job at McDonald's? I got a cousin at McDonald's that can call a cousin and another cousin. You can go in there and work with them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A bodega never stopped anybody from eating. On the contrary. I'm trying to find somebody that can show me where a Mexican, an immigrant, has stopped them from a job. Where a job was, now if you say a European was picked over you for a job, I say, okay, that sound about right. But if you tell me that a Mexican was picked up over a job, let me tell you something that I see. Let me be fair with it. Here in Baltimore, right, you see a lot of Mexicans now on the road crews, right? And I'm like, man, I remember when I grew up, there was all melanated men out there working on these road crews. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're seeing. Today in Baltimore or in the surrounding areas, you see a lot of Mexican crews. And it makes you wonder, what's going on? But let me tell you something. When you talk to people that's in the workforce, many of them are not even interested in that. Many of them are going on to do other jobs. We are different people than we was in the 80s. Many of us, listen, maybe we spoiled or something, but many of us don't want to do these types of things. It's just what it is. All people evolve. All people try to evolve themselves towards a better person and a better experience in life. So a lot of these things, even the road crews, many people don't want to do it no more. I tell you what, in my neighborhood, when I moved here, there was Mexicans cutting grass. Man, you can't find a Mexican cut grass in my neighborhood no more. They then moved on to construction companies. All people move on and evolve. So I would love to invite a FBA specifically show me the jobs that was taken. I would love to see that. Because this is an illusion that they put before us. Don't get it twisted. Man, they here heavy. Let's be honest now. They are here heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Everywhere you look. I'm trying to I was in the grocery store the other day, and I don't know if the Mexican guy or if he was Mexican or not. I don't know why he thought I could speak Spanish. He said, hola, donde arroz? Fortunately, I knew what arroz was. He said, donde? And he spoke broken. He said, donde arroz? I mean, where's the rice? I said, now first when he spoke to me, because he said it too fast, you know what I mean? I know a little broken stuff. He spoke too fast. I said, no hables español. No hables español. He said, poquito? I said, oh, yeah, poquito. Hablas poquito. I said, a little bit. I said, ayuda? You know what I mean? I can help you. He said, yeah. He said, donde arroz? I said, my man, the guy working the store. I said, my man, where the rice at? He said, aisle 13. I said, aquí.
This is a sick Negro.
I said, aquí. Man, I ain't got no problem with them people, man. Man, go on eat your arroz, man. Go on eat your rice, man, and your tacos, man. Just leave me alone, man. I ain't got no problem with you, man. You ain't messing with my spinach and my juicer, so I ain't tripping, man. Go on eat your arroz.
This is a sick Negro.
No, man. Why can't we live and let live, man? Come on, man. I'm trying to tell you. In the same day, I seen this old European lady. She was walking out the door because it's raining out here. It's very bad out here. And she was walking and she had all of these bags and I held the door for her. She looked and said, thank you. I said, no, ma'am, give me the bags. And I grabbed the bags for her. Actually, I grabbed her cart for her and walked her to a car, and then I loaded her bags in her car and jumped in the car. She says, thank you, young man. You know what I'm saying? And I kept it pushing. Man, listen, man, we need to get to the point we live to let live, man. Come on, man. Man, you gonna let the old lady, because she European, walk across the icy or walkway with a cart, slip and bust her head, and you just take off driving. Oh, you's a cold, dirty fool, man. You dirty, man. You dirty. I'm telling you, man, I don't care, man. If I got good energy and I feel good energy, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm gonna reach out a helping hand, man. It don't make me no difference, man. I'm trying to tell you. But I got a discerning spirit. I know when a crook is a crook. I know when a supremacist is a supremacist. I know who they is. I mean, and that's the thing with us, man. We need to unfold into our higher self so we can know who's who. And I'm gonna tell you, when you find out somebody that ain't right, you don't go and attack them. You get out the way. You get out the way. When you find somebody who's not right, melanated, European, immigrant, whatever, you just get out the way. You don't walk. What goofball? Only a crazy man like a firefighter walks into a fire. You get out the way. When you are a half a hundred plus, if you over 40 and you walking into a burning building, man, you deserve every bit of the flame you get. Firemen crazy. Firemen policemen, man, may the Lord bless them. Because I ain't running into no bullets. I ain't running into no burning building. When you my age, man, you got a discerning spirit, man, you get out the way. You know what I mean? That immigrant is not the reason why you're in the position you're in. Nah, I think the position that I'm in is because I genuinely like people, Sister Janie. I genuinely like people. And I can discern a crook from a crook, a fraud from a fraud, and a hypocrite from a hypocrite, and I get out the way. I mean, I get out the way. Listen, I'm going to say it one more time, family, and then I'm going to leave y'all with this. Always remember, family, when you got a discerning spirit, if you 40 or over, that old run into trouble, that's for your 20s and 30s. When you get 40 and better, nah, you got to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was talking about building this ramp for somebody, and Crip wrote in the comment, man, it's hard to be careful helping people today. Yeah. You got to get out the way, man, because at the end of the day, family, it's like that old story in the Bible, man. It's like that old story in the Bible. Just because someone is different from you, do you leave them robbed and beat up on the side of the road? Nah, man. I like John Sayles. He said, black unemployment is actually lower than ever. Look it up. Thank you for that. Thank you for that tidbit point. And that's another thing. You know, we've grown up a little bit. Like give us some respect that we've grown up a little bit. Many of us got passive income jobs. Many of us got passive income things going down on the internet. You know what I mean? Been there, Cash App. He said, check the Cash App. Let me see. You got to charge up. My phone just died. Been there, you sent me a Cash App. My man. Black Girls Read, thank you for the Cash App. Thurman Smart, thank you for the Cash App. Oh, we might got to show them all.
A sick Negro.
We might got to show them all. I got $23. I'm just playing with you. It's like a token. Been there, done that. Thank you, Thurman Smart. Thurman Smart then laced me up with a couple cups of coffee. I ain't drinking no coffee. I'm going to get some wild baked kombucha and some elderberry. We might got to show them all. I'm gonna get y'all like Sinetta used to say. Listen, if y'all want me to do the show, everybody hit the Cash App, or I'm gonna shut the show down. No, I'm just playing.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, but family, listen. At the end of the day, I want to play this one thing right here, real quick. But y'all gotta wait. Because I gotta set it up, and I'll leave y'all with this.
Later, we added the green. So yeah, there's the green later.
Okay, I want to set it up. Let me set this up right. Let me set it up properly. This is Goofy Reggie and Tariq Nasheed, right? And this is the video. But I want to take you to the middle part, and I want you to hear this, family. All right. Yeah, I want you to hear this. The thing is right here. Is that right there? Who's that right there? Janie's front room. Thank you, Janie. That's right. Janie, front room in the building. That sounds like you got a podcast. Janie, you got a podcast. Huh? Sister Janie, you got a podcast. What you talk about on your podcast? You might need to come on here and talk about your podcast. What you talk about on your podcast? You got a podcast? Y'all hear the dog? You hear the dog, bro? You hear the dog snoring like that? I don't know. That's the big boy. Hey, Crip, you can hear him. You can hear him. You can hear Louis. Yeah, that joker snoring up a storm. Let me turn it up. Let me see. Y'all hear Louis, a big boy. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm sorry if y'all hear my dogs in the back, man. I gotta keep my people with me, man. You know what I mean? I gotta keep my people with me because when I move out late in the evening and I roll out, you know what I mean? I gotta have them boys with me. You know what I mean? And but anyway. I can tell a dog story anyway. He robbed me of my old pit. Yeah, that's Big Louie, man. Big Louie, he was mad at me today because I had him out in the snow, right? and I left him out there for a little bit just so it can burn some energy because it's been snowing out here. Euro currency, you are growing the audience, GS. Thank you so much. Yeah, so he was mad at me today. He was barking, rah, rah, but he got a big old bar. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, man, you going to stay out there and burn that energy. You've been in the house for 2 days. You're going to burn that today. But anyway, let me get to this. Listen to this, family.
That brother, the Haitian influence down in New Orleans, you look at some of the homes and the houses down there, the architecture, that's structured like some of the homes and houses that the people in Haiti made. Also, some of the Africans made, because again, Haiti, they had a lot of the African influence still. They were home builders and architects, so you can see that down in places like New Orleans where there's a heavy...
Ain't that something? Hold on. I thought I had a little bit more. Hold on. It was something else I wanted to share with you. Because it's something else that he said that rang. Let me see if I can find it. There was something else that he said. And in this, he says something to the effect that, let me see what this is.
You see, that's why they don't really...
Oh, I think this is it. Hold up. Here we go. Let's try this one.
You see, that's why they don't really know how to act when we come in with our American flags and letting people know that we are foundational Black Americans. They just don't know how to act and respond to it because, see, now there's a cultural shift in power. There's a shift in culture.
I really think this man is delusional. Where is the cultural shift in power? What is a cultural shift of power? I really think this man is delusional. A cultural shift in power? Do you know a cultural shift in power? We as a people always controlled the culture. How is a culture? Listen to this madness, family. I think this guy make it up as he go along. What is a cultural shift in power? We have always been at the helm of the cultural new thing or the next thing or the end thing. We always been at, what is a cultural shift in power? Let's listen and see if it make any sense.
Power. See, the white supremacists, they've always relied on cultural dominance in order to maintain control, like naming us. They like to give us the name. You guys are African American. You guys are going to be colored. And
that has nothing to do with culture. Naming somebody has everything to do with political. If someone names you African American or what have you, that's political. That has nothing to do with culture. That's political. If you have something to do with culture, it will connect you to the root of the concept of what an African is or what an American is or what a Haitian is or and what comes with that descriptive name, like the food, that's culture, the clothing, that's culture. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
a lot of the African influence still. They were...
Oh, my bad. Wrong one. Check this.
We're saying, you know what? We're going to be foundational Black Americans. We like that, boy. We like that name for our lineage. And we're going to define what it is.
And when he says we're going to define what it is, who is the we? Only one person defines what FBA is.
You see? So they've been using all of these things as weapons, and we've embraced these things that have been used as weapons. Now, while we're asserting our cultural and historic origin.
What's being formed here is a cult if it's not already formed. And we'll talk about that. Maybe we do that tomorrow's show. The cult of FBA. All the elements of the cult as from a philosophical perspective and from a historical perspective, as well as a analytical perspective. This has every element of a cult. Everything. Every element. And we should break it down tomorrow scientifically.
Ownership of these symbols, see, the power dynamic shifts. You see? they're going to have to embrace what we're saying and come correct and do the right thing, or they're going to have to abandon it. So we got them in a pickle. This was a major shift that they weren't expecting.
This guy's delusional, man. This guy's delusional, man. He said, who do we have in a pickle? The European? You think the European care about you calling yourself FBA on the internet? You ain't got no execution of plan. You just say go do this and go do that and we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Man, there ain't nobody think about this.
When you value yourself and you value the nation you built and you stop acting like a guest in your nation, all of their weapons have been destroyed, which is...
Do y'all hear this, man? If these people go for this, I got a bridge off the Chesapeake Bay for sale. He said all the weapons been destroyed. Listen to this, fool.
You value yourself and you value the nation you built and you stop acting like a guest in your nation, all of their weapons have been destroyed, which is a good thing. So, man, we should have been delineating.
Let me get this. Raka Dandada says, I say it's both. It strips you off of your culture and puts you in their political scheme of things. I agree, but that's what I'm saying. When he says that that it's been a cultural shift, for it's really not. He's talking inside out. You know what I mean? When somebody names you, of course, it takes you outside of your culture, of course. But that ain't no cultural shift to be renamed something that does not identify with something specifically except for a plantation. That's FBA goes back to a plantation. I mean, and then say we built this country, our country. This country was built under duress. This country was built under slave labor. Let me ask you a question, family. Name one person in history that brags on building something under duress. Name a group of people. Name a group of people. Any group. Name any group of people that says, we built Wangchang from when we were slaves. This is ours. Name one people. We built Mexico, but we were slaves and prison labor. Name one people. Name one group of people who says, this is ours, we built it, and refuse to remind people that it was slave labor. This was slave labor. Unless you take it, say we built it and we're taking it back, it's slave labor. You know what I mean? Yes, my ancestors was forced to help build this from slave labor. Now, there's institutions right now that are still in existence that is founded from slave labor. Why? Why ain't the FBA attacking none of these institutions? Wells Fargo. Why ain't they coming at Wells Fargo? Why ain't they creating a panel to address some of these institutions that was founded and financed from slave labor? Some of them still exist to this day. Why? Because they got bigger fish to fry. An immigrant in the bus station. Let me look this up real quick. How many institutions modern business started from slave labor? Let's see what we got here. 15 major corporation profited from slave labor. Lehman Brothers. All right. J.P. Morgan. Aetna. New York Life. USA Today. N.M. Rothschilds and Son Bank in London. Norfolk Southern, CSX, the railroad company, the Canadian National Railway Company, Brown Brothers, Brooks Brothers, Barclays. Come on, man. Why is not anybody demanding any compensation from these companies that still exist to this day? But they rather attack people on the subway. That's what I'm talking about. Wall Street. Come on now. Come on, what we doing? What we doing? Let me see. What else we got? What else we got? Come on, man. I mean, we could listen. We probably can go on for days and find. Let me look at one more. See what else we got. We probably can go on for days and find businesses that still exist today that, let me see, that still profited from slave labor. But everybody attacking somebody in the train station? In the train station? You got $1 million corporations right now that was founded from slave labor, that literally owe money. See, it's a difference between asking for reparations from a government that already wrote in there and put in there that you ain't going to be compensated, and you ask a business that is built from slave labor that you can connect yourself to. But nah, you don't want to do that. Anyway.
And I love it. And the fact that we have foundational Black American patriotism that is more authentic and more genuine than that fake authenticity or fake patriotism of the dominant white society.
Listen to the comparison. He says that they got FBA patriotism that's more authentic than the patriotism than the dominant white society. What exactly does all that mean? That means FBA is more American patriots than the European? Is that? I thought they supporting the. I'm confused.
That is more authentic and more genuine than that fake authenticity or fake patriotism of the dominant white society. This really, really moves the needle. It really, really moves the needle, ladies and gentlemen.
This is insane that one would sit there and listen to this stuff. This is insane to me. Well, family, that's my time.
In Springfield,
This is a
they're
sick
eating
Negro.
the dogs, the people that came in. They're
If
eating
this was
the
another
cats.
genre
They're eating,
like entertainment,
they're
news,
eating the
would have
pets
millions
of the
and millions
people
of views.
that live
This is a
there.
masterpiece.
And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I know people from Alabama from the year of 86. I even know the cop that locked you up and made you flip. I know who got you the ticket and flew you to LA. I know the facility they trained you in. Please don't make a say. One more chief shot and I expose it all. I know the relationship between your mom and pa. I know your father abandoned you and the shirt that took you in. All the tears behind the grin can't wash away the sin. They used you at 17 and they using you at 56. They use you in that state when they got all them bricks. Is it all worth it living in fear? Looking over your shoulder every day of the year. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. We know
Thank you, Tom Tom.
deepest fears. We know why you try to hide a name for years. We know she FBA, but it gets much worse. We know when you met, and we know her date of birth. You done broke the bell, so may as well pay up. All them sleepless nights, popping pills, and still stay up. We can make this easy, or we can make hard. Cut the check, and we can disregard. If not, you can expect to hear your darkest secrets. And I got the receipts to back up what I'm speaking. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed. You built a prison around yourself for you and your family. And if I'm forced to expose you, everyone would get jammed.
Man, I just came home, man. Oh my goodness, man. People crashing out in front of my house just to get this lecture. This is crazy. This is crazy. What in the world? How that landscape come going up here? Crashing out to get this lecture. Y'all better join me in Detroit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get it like this. You ain't gonna get this lecture like this.
Fam, you ain't gonna get the lecture like this. You definitely ain't gonna get it like this. You can pull up, you can crash out and all that. I ain't releasing the slides until Detroit. So pull up in Detroit. If you can't pull up in Detroit, then the best thing you need to do is go ahead and get the pay-per-view. It's $25 for the pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view is going to give you all the research that I have researched over the years. The 18 mission years of Drew Ali. That's the main thing. But then we're gonna talk about the takeover and all that. But the main thing is show you the footsteps of Prophet Noble Drew Ali from 1886 to 1913 to 1914, 15, 16, 17, 18, you know, on and on and on and on. But listen, family, you can pull up, you can crash the house and all that. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm still not going to release the slides until the lecture. Sunday, Detroit. Let's go.
For the woman look like your mother. I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember.
That's right, global African supremacy. That gas, baby.
Yeah, I just seen the silly Billy Carson respond to how that, to how that white boy drug him in that damn debate.
If this was another genre like entertainment news, this would have millions and millions of views. This is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Man.
I'm good. I'm good.
This is a sick Negro.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Listen, as the First Lady of FBA, listen, as the First Lady of FBA, listen, as the First Lady of FBA.
Ain't nobody lying on you, silly Billy. That man beat you, man. Beat you like a thief. This is a sick Negro. This is a sick Negro.